Welcome back to the Cat Sisters.
Today we are sitting down with you guys. We are actually right in front of a fireplace because it's pretty cold down here. But we got some blankets and we're just cozy for today. We hope that you are too. We are going to talk about how to level up, how to just have overall empowerment,
And how to be a better version of yourself. Grab a snack or some tea and let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is kind of like a visualization technique.
A good way to start overall is just having a sense of yourself and also what you do want for your goals in the long run and not just the short time, not just present. Because the thing that a lot of people do is they look at themselves, I find, in the moment. But what is their
Long term.
Let's say, like in 5 years, in 10 years, you need to imagine that. I think a vision board, for an example, if you guys like to see things visually, like I do personally, then you can make one of those and you can make it for different categories. That helps with manifesting too, because again, we're speaking it into existence.
And we all definitely have different starting points. So everything starts with one change. So of course we understand that those let's say 5 years in advance goals, it's gonna have to start with somewhere in the now. So we're not saying just jump to working on something that's gonna be within 5 years. It starts with the tiny changes and you build up to those points.
You need to know how to get there. You may not know all of the answers, but kind of, let's say that you want a bigger goal, right? And you see a bigger vision for yourself. I think that breaking it down into steps, because there will be multiple, but you can't do it all at once. So I think that kind of breaking it down, going day by day, as long as you set kind of a date of when you want certain things to be done, you're definitely gonna get there eventually. Don't just say it, but you also need to do it.
Ways that you can start becoming a better version of yourself and becoming more productive is waking up early. You'll feel so much better once you create this habit or routine, and routines are also really important in shaping a new version of yourself.
Honestly, some days Karina and I have had extremely early mornings. We always say to each other oh my god, it's only noon. We did so many things.
Exactly.
And it feels like it has already been a whole day, and it would be if you would be waking up later, but waking up early is definitely going to save you time. You're gonna have more time to do things, whether that's doing your work in the morning, maybe middle of the day, and then having the evening to rest, rather than staying up till the AM trying to do whatever you need to do.
And it's okay to romanticize your life, you guys. With romanticizing your routine, it could be adding simple things, having tea before bed and winding down, and then maybe you're gonna meditate or journal. Another good thing is that you wake up in a better and positive mood is if you kind of don't have cluster around you when you're sleeping, especially in your room. If you keep that tidy before bedtime, you're most likely gonna wake up to a fresh start, I would say.
But it's true, I'm a very OCD clean person, so I like to have organization. Definitely before you go to sleep, even when you're laying in bed, you don't see a lot of stuff around you. That's a mess. Without a mess, you don't wake up in the morning feeling like a mess.
Exactly. So the next thing we are going to touch on is kind of just taking care of yourself and setting aside time for yourself. Choose one day out of your week that just belongs to you, and you get to do what makes you feel good, or do something that you like, or whether that's seeing your friends, having a massage appointment, having a cheat day, a pamper day, getting your nails done, whatever it is, just set aside a date.
So there's different types of people, right? There could be somebody that loves to be around people, that doesn't mind if they're with someone every single day. And then there's other people where they're okay, I feel like I'm on my verge, I have my limit and I need time alone, I need to just reset. I'm one of those people. I definitely feel when I'm around people or somebody else for too long, I definitely feel I can't catch any air. And that's not because I don't love being around you. It's because I know for myself, I kind of need to, again, like she said, recoup, be recharged. I think your energy, there you go. Even if, again, going back, if you don't mind being with people all the time, you have no idea how much I think everybody actually needs time alone. It's also a good independence aspect of not feeling like you're alone even though you are alone, right? Like being by yourself for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's important to build that up.
Another thing that has to do with taking care of yourself is making sure to move your body. Even if it's just like making sure to move your body 30 minutes every day throughout the week, setting aside that time to either do like dancing, weightlifting, Pilates, yoga, all those things.
Or you can go on a hike, or you can go on a walk. You could do it around your neighborhood. Even something as simple as stretching. I know some people, they have jobs where they're constantly at their desks, for an example. So it's really good to just, even on your break, even do a 5-minute stretch. Your body is going to thank you in the long run. By any type of physical activity, you are running very good hormones throughout your body. You're releasing a lot of dopamine that can make you feel good throughout the day. Ultimately, you know that you did show up for yourself. Our next point is do not be afraid about failure. I think that a lot of us, we expect for things to go perfectly and smoothly and flawlessly. That's not reality, and we need to be okay to hear no's. We're built for trial and error. It's okay if things don't work out. You have to get back up and you have to do it again. That also tests your mind and your strength and how much you believe in yourself. No matter how many people tell you something is not possible, you can definitely take people's opinions or maybe something that can also help you, but at the same time you need to step back and be like, okay, but this is ultimately my decision, my vision, and just go for it.
And this goes for like everything, whether it's a job or a relationship. Like you will never know what the outcome is going to be. If it fails, it's probably because it was meant to be. The universe always has a plan. There's always a reason behind everything. There's a plan for you.
It definitely could happen for a reason if things do fail, but also again, it's getting back up and making sure at the end of the day that it is healthy for you. If you feel in your heart that something is healthy or something is going to improve or you want to build around that for the better, go for it. Do not be surprised or do not be afraid of things failing again or failing in the future. It just, anything can happen and you need to be ready for the unpredictable.
A big thing you should do to help yourself and so that you can continue to elevate is letting go of toxic people, habits, or like cycles.
This all connects with what we're saying because when you think about it, some people are afraid to be alone. Some people are afraid to make space for new ones.
Yeah.
They go back to certain habits, and that could relate back to your childhood, your past, any certain connections that can relate as to why you choose to keep going back to the same people. The most important thing is to take a step back, evaluate what is bringing you up and what's bringing you down. You do not want to feel heavy weight on your shoulders, and you will know because you are going to feel it. Testing your limits, that's fine. If people cross a boundary, that's fine, but it's about allowing it or not allowing it. You need to definitely have that separation.
Not only is this about like toxic people, like I said, it's about habits and cycles. Whether you're having a negative or not really proper sleep cycle, like you need to get on that and fix that. Or if it's like eating habits or smoking or, you know, excessively drinking, those are all things that we can work on and improve. I'm not saying that it applies to everyone, but everyone has their own kind of struggles. So being aware of those things and trying to make a plan of action to help yourself, because it's only going to benefit you in the long run if you are able to address it with yourself, be honest, and actually take action.
It's what makes you feel best, but only do it when you actually feel like you're ready to make any of those changes. Everybody is on their own journey, and some people can do it faster than others. Some people will go slower. You can't judge. You can only be your own biggest judge. Whatever is making you feel at your highest and bringing you the best frequency, that's what's going to serve you for the long run.
And another big motivator to help you break certain things, habits, or cycles is just understanding the consequences. I do think that it's important to understand the consequences of what you may be doing and how it's going to affect you or is affecting you. It's just like another thing to kind of give you an extra push. Going into the topic of manifestation, daily affirmations are amazing to shift your mindset and the physical things in your life. There are things you want to change about yourself, your situation, or to feel better mentally. Like, affirmations are incredible. It will help rewire your brain, because your brain can't actually tell the truth between what's real and what's not. Like, your brain can't identify that. You could feed it whatever you want. So if you're going to feed it with negativity, that's what's going to be flowing through you. But if you focus on saying positive things to yourself, or just visualizing the life that you know that you deserve and that you're working towards, it will start to shift and manifest in a physical form.
You cannot blame your situation around you, because at the end of the day, we all have certain advantages and then we have certain disadvantages. Everybody carries something different. I think that taking acknowledgement and knowing that you can change whatever is bothering you. Sometimes we may not have a choice of how our life is, but we do have a choice on how we want to change that. What you feed to yourself is how you're gonna take on every other situation in the future. Affirmations, it's very important to just repeat it. So for the long run, whatever comes your way or throughout the day, if something doesn't go your way, you can automatically catch on to that and be like, hey, and switch it around and like be positive. Because if you wanna be negative little Nelly, you are really not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, or change your situation. And the last point that we're gonna get at is kind of to wrap up everything that we just talked about, and it is a quote, and it is, "Not all answers come in the form you expect." And what we mean by this is,
we may not expect what we expect to happen. Sometimes outcomes are different, they turn out to change, or that could be over time, or it could be in 1 second. We don't know. Eventually you will know why. And that's the same thing as, you know, everything happens for a reason. We may not know now, but we may know later.
It could look like such a negative, but one day you're gonna sit back and laugh and be like, dang, that was such a positive thing. And I'm not saying not for all situations. There are some that are just overall painful to go through. A lot of the time, it will be a positive in the long run. That's just the universe shifting things around for you.
You are the narrative of your own story. Nobody can write it for you, only you can. You need to just mute everything out other than yourself. Of course, take in what you want to take in, but trust me, follow your heart, follow your gut, and the rest will fall into place. To conclude that, we thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you watched all the way to the end and that you can gain something from this video.
With that being said, make sure you like this video, comment down below, subscribe to us, and make sure to turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time that we post a new video.
Also, make sure to follow our social media. We have it all down in the description box. But other than that, we will see you guys next time. Bye!